Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting a new vlog. We literally just got back from Florida. I mean, maybe an hour ago, and I have not slept all night, but something arrived because I'm a maniac. And while I was on holiday and at night I couldn't sleep, I decided to order all the oils that we decided on. I mean, I was just getting ahead. We'd already decided on the scents and stuff, but all of the oils that we decided on and all of the labels, so that they would be either here or arriving just after I got back. This is going to be our kind of transitional collection between summer and the autumn, because last year we released all of our autumn scents on the 1st of August, and This Is Halloween, the scent called This Is Halloween, in a black jar with a holographic label, couldn't be more October, sold out on the 1st of August. So we said this year maybe we release our autumn scents in July, but I don't think that was the right move. So we decided not to do that. We're still going to do 1st of August for our full autumn launch, but I still think that's early. But in maybe middle of June, we'll see how quickly we get it together. Middle of June, beginning of July, we are going to do Summerween. I saw this last year. I'd never even heard of this concept. Maybe it's like totally off the wall, and I think it's a little bit more American than it is here in the UK. But the idea is this will be a collection that we can release in the summer. So for the people that are really not interested in summer candles, they predominantly want like autumn winter scents, because we do get people requesting them. And also I've seen a lot of people talk about not doing seasonal sales. We do a mystery box at the end of each like major season. At the end of summer, at the end of the winter season, we'll do a mystery box, and that does pretty well for us. But I have been kind of toying with the idea of just letting things live on the website indefinitely and not discounting things, because we've had quite a few requests for specific Christmas scents well into the year. I mean, we're in May now, and we have one particular person, you know who you are, still asking for vanilla mint. I will bring it back for you as soon as I can, but there's one particular component of that fragrance that's been out of stock for months. Anyway, so that's by the by. The idea is that it's going to be a summer collection that can continue into the autumn. So if it's really popular, there's no reason we can't just keep making these all the way up until the end of the year. I'm really pleased with this. Cherry Falls, this is where it all started, because Cherry Falls was an amazing cherry scent that we found. We've been looking for a cherry scent forever, and I finally found one that was really good. And I was like, oh, when are we going to do this though? Because Cherry Falls. This is where it all began. Elm Street was one of the names that I had for our autumn candles, maybe last year, maybe even the year before, and we never used it. So we're going down kind of a bit of a retro movie theme. And the last one Karen chose last summer. So even better with this being Summerween, we've got last summer being clearly, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Then we've got Elm Street and Cherry Falls. Give you a little rundown of what they smell like. Lemonade, Juniper, Driftwood, and Despair. That's last summer. Elm Street is Moss, Amber Smoke, Damp Woods, and Vanilla. And Cherry Falls, which honestly, I'm so excited for that oil to come, just to make one for myself. Black Cherry, Peach, Raspberry, and Vanilla. Actually, I might have a small sample still left of this. I can't, like, this is my problem. I literally just got home and I'm already like, I'm gonna just put the wax melter on. I'm not. I've also ordered some more wax to try out, because although the last batch of wax that I ordered that was not our normal wax didn't work out, we really do need to have a like a just in case wax. You know, if that's out of stock, because it's very specific, the one that we use, and it's only available from one small company that blends it themselves. If that's not available, we need to have a coconut soy blend that is, you know, something that we can kind of fall back on. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. This is the beginning of a new vlog. So, hello. I didn't make any candles. I was not a lunatic. Oh no, someone's parked behind me and that's not what I want. This is a double yellow line. I know I'm not supposed to be on a double yellow line, but I'm here temporarily. Hopefully they're not planning on parking here, because I'm parking here to meet Karen. This would not be ideal if you get out of your car. I'm parked outside work. I should have just gone into work in hindsight. I'm parked outside work to meet with Karen because I had all of the oils delivered to her. I basically slept. I mean, I'm not good with jet lag, but I basically slept for 2 days solidly and then not at all for 24 hours. And now I'm trying to get back into a proper routine. It's Monday morning. I'm going to collect all the oils. I'm going to make the first batch of everything. I'm also going to play around with those wicks for the different wax. It's going to be a day. We're getting back into the groove. This feels like the beginning. I know it's not even technically summer yet, but in terms of retail, it feels like we're getting into the beginning of autumn. And that is going to be an epic season for us. We're going to take everything that we've learned in these almost 2 years and absolutely smash it. Maybe not what I had planned after all. However, potentially that person parked behind me saved me a lot of time because Karen misunderstood my message. She thought that I meant, I texted her last night, she read it this morning, and I was saying tomorrow. So she thought I meant tomorrow and I meant today. But because that person parked there, I texted Karen and said, FYI, oh, wow, there's like 3 separate women all sitting in their car doing their makeup. That is, I mean, we've all been there, 100%, but like, isn't that spooky? Yeah, had that woman not parked behind me, I would have just sat there indefinitely and waited. And I don't even think she's going into the office today. Something else that arrived this weekend is I'm hoping, I haven't opened it yet, but I'm hoping this is, yes, some mica powders. I don't do a ton of stuff with colour for smoker matches, but before I went away, I had like a moment of madness where I made these little trays that had little hearts on them. And I used like a glitter mica powder that didn't give me like a solid colour like I wanted. So I thought I would buy a little pack of different powders just to kind of play around with them. Oh, it comes with a tiny little spoon. Fun fact, spoons like this that they used to sell, they didn't sell, they gave them for free in McDonald's for coffees, stopped being produced. Can you think why? Can you think why they may have been being used for something else? So this is a pack of 15 mica powders. This is a lot. This is good. And presumably they must sell all of these like full size as well. So if I get one that I'm like, oh, I love it, especially like the neutral colours when it comes to making trays for autumn, winter, like these, the golds and the bronze, all these ones, I feel like we could do something really great with these colours in the autumn. Anyway, I'm going to put those to one side. I'm really looking at kind of spring, summer. So I made the heart ones. I'm going to make a few more heart ones. Now I've got a proper pink. I thought I might make some that go with the Summerween collection. So like some cherries. I've got Cherry Falls, I've got Elm Street, and then I've got Last Summer. So what do we think? Could we do like a palm tree for last summer? What would you do for last summer? Or maybe sun, like maybe a little sun. And then Elm Street should maybe be like little leaves. I don't know. I'm going to just see what comes to me. So in case anyone's interested in this kind of thing, shout out to this podcast that I listen to that I love. It's called the Slow Burn Podcast. This is like a cozy gaming podcast. I just listen to it to keep up with like what all the new games are that I might want to play. If I say I'm going to do flowers again, remind me of this because that took forever. We'll see what it looks like, but it takes a long time because you've got to, I mean, it's just so intricate. Right, I may do something completely different. The hearts were Head and Shoulders a million times easier than these flowers. I've done 4 daisies. I went off piste. And yeah, they're going to be the only ones. Let's see if this paid off or if it just looks terrible. I'm going to be so disappointed. It doesn't look great. This could have been a waste of time. Although maybe I could do something on top. Yeah, the white didn't work out so well. I mean, you live, you learn. But maybe I could actually paint these. Okay. Well, it's not what I wanted it to be, but it's a lesson. I think I'm going to try the cherry. Against all odds, I'm going to give it a go. I mean, that's kind of cute, right? But what do we think of the white? If these ones don't work out, I'm going to be so disappointed because I think they look so cool. I'm going to give this a go and paint over the top. So I've made myself like a pearl white mica jesmonite paste. I'm going to, it's so dark today. It's such a weird weather, especially coming back from Florida where it was so hot and sunny every day. It is warm, but it's just so dark and dull. I don't feel like it's always like this when it's like this here. Like I feel like we do get sunshine, but it's such a bizarre thing for it to be so warm and yet so you know? Okay, this could work. I don't know how this is going to settle. Also, I'm not a fan of how I actually painted the original flowers. I don't know whether I need to stay within the original lines. I kind of feel like I do, but also doesn't that look like a fried egg? And I might have to go over the yellow centers. What do we think? This is a bodged one. I was just kind of testing out some different things, but do we think this is rescued? I feel like once these have been sealed, they might look cute. I also quite like the idea of this. I've never done this before. But doing these little mini trays in small batches has been a really good test for like what is possible. What do we think? Be honest with me. Be honest with me. These are going to be like really limited numbers. And if it's a thing that people enjoy, then I may do some like seasonal ones for like autumn, winter. But I'm not sure. I'm going to do some hearts just because people requested that they be restocked. So I will do a set of hearts. But I'm starting to feel like a textured top. So like painting the thing on top of just a flat surface rather than embedding it within might be better because I've got a little bit more control. But I'll wait until they've totally dried out and we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I made the heart ones. I feel like these are going to need a little more sanding than usual on the bottom. They are cute. They are. What I think it is it's so different from anything else that we do. It's very kind of cutesy and everything else. It's a little bit off-brand. I think that's what is bothering me. They are cute though. This is, you know, if it was another shop, I wouldn't think twice, but it doesn't feel on brand for smoker matches. I do actually really like these. Now they've dried out, I do really like them. But again, it's not smoker matches, is it? I think I'm going to do like a couple of them, maybe stars. Oh God, why am I doing that to myself? Why? And then I might put it to bed because I know why it's bothering me, because it's not right for our brand. And I should listen to that kind of gut feeling. Just posted a video, I think it was last week, talking about like what I wish I'd known or things that I would advise if you were starting a business today. And that was one of the things, like really being clear about what your brand is. And it is easy to get kind of swept away in excitement about new and different and, oh, I've had an idea. But if it's not right, it's not right. And that's not right. They're cute, we'll sell them. But I know what's bothering me. and they're not right for our brand. I might do some like black and white or just like dots or something. I do want to do something for our birthday or anniversary. We called it our birthday last year. So for our first birthday, we did like a candle that was kind of flecked. I did a cement jar that was flecked in kind of birthday colours, you know, like sprinkles. So maybe I'll do some trays like that, or maybe I'll just do another one of those, another jar. Weirdly, one of our scents that we use for the blend of our happy birthday candle, which is now called birthday cake, but I don't think I've made any since we rebranded it and bought all the new labels. I don't think I've made any birthday cake candles because we cannot get one of the oils, and it's been 6 months, and because we use that same oil that I'm missing in our vanilla mint candle, I'm getting to the point now where I can't wait any longer and I'm going to have to find an alternative. And I've messaged the supplier and they're like, oh yeah, it's coming. It's been too long. Why? So I'm going to have to find another one, which is frustrating, but that's next on the list. Just to box this off, I've done some swirly ones as well. I've done some marbled pink and peach. I love this. I'm going to take these outside to show you because, wow, that's like a real 70s vibe. I don't actually know whether or not the light is all that great, but wow. These are so cool. I don't usually use this technique. I mixed 3 colours separately and then put them all together. I really like this. I like the way that turned out, rather than just randomly putting in different coloured mica in one. This has given a much more kind of marbled look. Love these. I have to put the trays to bed now because that's enough of that. I kind of had it in my head I was going to do some stuff for smoke and matches today. Couldn't do what I wanted to do because I didn't have the oils. And so we have a collection of limited trays. Weirdly though, I do feel like these are more on brand. Is that just me? I feel like the marbly stuff rather than the little doodly ones. You know? Which, some days I do think I wish our brand was more fun, specifically for us. But I took a long time thinking about, as I said in that video last week, our branding and how I wanted it to look. And personally, I think that I change my mind too often and I like change. And it was just too dangerous to go like, oh, I want to do this. It's so fun because in a year's time, there was no way I was going to like that same thing. So I've kept it pretty simple and I think that's the right move. So again, we're going to do something a little bit different, a little bit more fun. We've got coloured labels. At Halloween, we'll do the holographic labels again. Stuff like that can make it fun. Occasionally, I'll do some like fun trays and things. But yeah, when I do things like this, it does just cement in my mind. There's a reason that we've gone for a more clean, simple branding because you can play around a little bit, but you can never get too far off track. Also, speaking of the other labels, just to kind of bookend this vlog, the CLPs arrived. So I had a few people ask me about CLP labels recently when I was talking about how to mix fragrances. I do this a couple of different ways. If I'm using one scent, so I blended all of the scents for the Florida collection, the summer collection that we've just released, that was all completely our own blends. The Summerween collection, that is going to be single scents. So these are single scents that are available as is. They are pre-blended because I just needed a little collection that was a little bit simpler. And we'd been looking for, it all started with the cherry. We'd been looking for that cherry scent forever. I finally found one and I was like, right, we're going to do this and we're going to do it a little bit more simply. So for those of you not looking to blend fragrances, we use Easy CLP for these labels because all you need to do is put in all your information. So it's got like all of our address information, all the legal information that needs to be in there, our business stuff. And then it gives you 2 different types. This is a CLP label for wax melt. And then, where is it? This is a CLP label for a candle. They've all got different kinds of warnings necessary depending on what is in there. And from Easy CLP, it's not the cheapest place to do it, but if you are looking for simple and like totally worry-free, making sure that you're doing everything exactly correct, they get the information directly from the supplier. It all kind of comes together and it's really, really easy. If you are blending your own fragrances, that is a different kettle of fish altogether. We've used different places. I would recommend taking a look on Fiverr because there are loads of different people doing various like freelance work. People who would do loads of different stuff that you would need for your business would be available on Fiverr. So just look up CLP labels on Fiverr. You will find someone who will be able to take the information. So you'll probably have to provide them with the data sheets, which you can download from the websites that you're buying things from. If you buy an oil, on that oil page on that website, there will be downloadable sheets, the data sheets. Just hand them over to the people on Fiverr, say, it is 30% this one, 70% this one, or whatever it is. And they will then make that up. And they will basically put all this information together for you. And then we would put that together and we'll either print it for ourselves or we'll send it off to Avery to be printed. But that is a slightly more long-winded thing. But I think for the scents that we like to bring back every year, or for our core scents, it's important to us that they're specific blends because otherwise we're just the same as everybody else. For little mini collections, less so. These are kind of just like fun, temporary, like let's do something a bit more different. But for something that's like us, we want to blend those for ourselves because otherwise we just feel like we're the same as everyone else, you know? We want to be giving something different, which is also a problem with when suppliers go out of stock for 6 months and we have to find something different. And now we're going to have to find a new CLP label for that, which is why I've been putting it off. But hey ho, that is what it is. Right, I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully this has just been on in the background while you've been doing your own things. If you've got any particular questions or you want me to go over anything in next week's vlog, let me know. Also, if you'd be interested in like a full step-by-step of how I make the trays, with or without the crazy little doodles on them, let me know as well, and I'll do that as a separate video. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!